Today I'll be talking to you on dealing with rejection and some other emotional traits. Like growing up, I had a lot of challenges. I had a lot of insecurities. I suffered low self-esteem and I suffered rejection also. But there was something I did for myself. I knew that even if the whole world rejects me, I owe myself acceptance. I need to accept myself. Because the moment you accept yourself and accept yourself for who you are, you can begin to live. The problem most of us has is the fact that we try to be someone else, and that is too costly a price. I cannot afford to trade all of what God has deposited in me trying to be you or trying to be somebody else. It's like waste of resources. If trying to be somebody else is like waste of resources. It's true, photocopy is very cheap, but it pays to be original. I always say something that you can never get me in a million because I'm just one of a kind. So when we talk about you are one in a million, no, I'm not even one in a million. I'm just one of a kind. So are you also. So you need to come to acceptance. You need to accept yourself for who you are. I know probably you want to be a size 8, and someone else who is a size 16 wants to be a size 8, and someone who is a size 8 wants to be a size 16. As in, there's this thing that goes on. Like you see somebody else and you're like, there's something in you. There's something a person has that you don't have. You feel there's something missing in your life that God gave to the other person. That is why you don't appreciate yourself for who you are. Not knowing that even the other person you are so much concerned about and you feel like the person has it all. The person might also be looking at you and be like, there's something this other person has too that I don't have. So it's like human wants are insatiable. So most of the time, God gives us what we need and not what we want. Because what we want might not actually really be what we actually need to survive in life. So everything that you need to be you and to survive in life, God already deposited it in you. All you need to do is that you need to look within you. Maybe you are like me who suffered a lot of rejection, who suffered low self-esteem, and who suffered insecurity and a lot of emotional issues. But you know what? You are not defined by those things. You are defined by what God says you are. You are who I am says you are, and not what the world says you are. If you don't give your life a definition and a standard, the world will present its own standard to you. And before you know it, you will begin to live according to their definition. So you shouldn't be defined by what the world says you are, but you should be defined by what the word of God says you are. Most of the time, the word and the word has a contradiction. What the word says most of the time contradicts what God says. So that is the reason why we must settle for what God is saying about us. So I wanted to come to the acceptance of yourself and believe that you are unique, you are beautiful. God created you complete and there is nothing missing in you. So there is no point you trying to be someone else. And you trying to be someone else is too costly a price to pay because you are unique, you are special, and always remember to smile, succeed, and keep living. Bye.